Look at these beautiful rustic lanterns. Stick around and I'll show you how to make them. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit different. I am actually got a mic over me and I'm talking through this one because we have a lot of ideas going through our heads right now, or at least I do, and not much time. So I'm going to try to cut down on my editing, okay? So y'all give me feedback and tell me if you hear me okay when this goes out and all that jazz, and we'll go from there and see what we need to do. But first of all, I'm going to be making lanterns, and I have these particular type of candle holders, and I used my 2X Rust-Oleum flat spray paint to paint these two. Okay, that's simple. Let them fully dry. Now you can use chalk paint, and even if you use spray paint, okay, it says it bonds to everything, but just to make sure, I do take sandpaper and sand this down because it's shiny. Paint don't stick to shiny very well. So you can use chalk paint. Acrylics I wouldn't advise, but you can use chalk paint. But just make sure that you sand this down or put a good coat of Mod Podge and let that dry completely without blow drying it, because it will make it sticky. Okay? So you need 2 of these, or if you want to make one, just get one of them. Okay? No big deal. It's up to you. Sorry, I am moving around trying to figure out where to put stuff. Okay, so then I have these particular vases from the Dollar Tree. They have them usually all the time, okay? And what I'm going to do is, these are painted, so I'm going to put these right here, okay? These, I made some last year, are the most beautiful vases ever, and I sold them. So I'm gonna make a couple more. Now what you want is, you want this to sit here, okay? And you want a permanent hold. Hot glue won't do it. I don't care what hot glue you use. It ain't gonna get the job done. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna flip these over, and you know that's dipped in. So you're gonna have to put your glue not on your hand, dadgummit. The things that happen when we're crafting, y'all get the full real deal now, boy. But anyways, I'm just going to take and put E6000, and I prefer E6000, and that's just me, but I'm going to put it right around the rim of the bottom of this glass, and I am going to center that right there. Okay, now it's important to make sure that it is centered, because we're going to be putting these in there. Okay, let me put my cap on so I don't dry out, but let me just explain what I'm doing here. So these are LED emergency candles. Now if you cannot find these, you can use their garden solar lights. These pop off. And as long as you can find something to put in here, you can set those down in there. They fit. They're kind of tight, so once you get them in, you're not going to get them out. Now, I did buy the Walmart ones, and I don't know if you can still find them, but they're smaller. They're smaller than these, and they work really, really well. But like I said, you have to find some kind of base to put them on. These come with a base, and these are what I used in mine, and these are so easy to turn on. Let me open this so y'all don't have to hear it, okay? Y'all, just realized I needed batteries for these lights, and I didn't have them, and I had to go around stealing all the batteries out of everything in the house. But anyway, they take 2 AAA batteries. So you need 2 or you need 4, okay? So I'm pretty sure they go in this way. We'll see. Well, let's just do 2 that match, okay? How about that? Okay, now when you put this bottom back on, let's see if I got them in the right way. Well, I must not have. Let's try that again. Flip them around. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Well, I must have stole some dud batteries. Hold on, let me figure this out. Y'all don't need to see all this mess. Look at this. I want to show y'all the struggles of crafting. I don't know if you can see it, but I got a battery stuck down in there, and it won't come out. And now my whole doohickey is tore up. I don't know, but I had a spare, but it's not the same color. But whatever, it's gonna work, okay? So anyways, when you put these lights down in here, you know, good Lord, we have light, okay? We have light. The light's the same color. That's the important thing. It doesn't matter. So we got light, okay? Both white light. So when you put this in this, okay, this is going to stick down in here. And when you glue this in this glass straight up, then all you have to do is twist this little light and it's going to come on, okay? So we're going to make sure that we got all that straight. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your light and you're going to make sure that it's in this base, okay? But you don't want to, you want to make sure you can get it out to change your batteries, okay? So I take my E6000 and I'm going to go all around the flat part of this thing. Okay, and then I'm going to take some hot glue and I'm going to put it on this part. If it will ever come out my glue gun. It sat there for a minute and all the glue leaked out. Now I don't want a lot, just a little. So now I'm going to tighten this down and I'm going to set this in my glass and make sure that it's good and tight down in there and it's sitting up straight, okay? Then we can easily twist. Because the hot glue's got it stuck, and twist our light off, okay? So we're going to make sure that's straight and let that sit over here to dry. Now you could put hot glue on it, but I have no idea where in the world you would put the hot glue since that's, you know, sticking up. So we're just going to put this one on and do the same thing with this light. Now while that's drying or setting up or whatever, I buy these from Hobby Lobby when they first come out every year because I love to cut these little branches off, okay? I use the individual branches and that gives you a lot of them. So I think it's more bang for your buck. But you can also, they had these this year, these mini picks from Dollar Tree. Sorry about that. And they're really, really pretty. I love them. You don't want nothing real big on there. So the end of this is really, really perfect. But I don't want to do that because, you know, I might want the whole thing for something. So I'm going to put those in my stash. And I am just going to take my wire cutters. And I'm going to take this off, okay? It's just tied on by a little piece of jute string. And it's a nice piece of burlap. You could save that and use it for something. You never know. Then you got a concrete base. You can use that for something. You never know. A crafter don't throw nothing away. I'm telling y'all. We save everything. Alright? We just that's a DIYer for you. These are on little sprigs here. They'll pull right off. Okay, so these are really, really, really long. So when you go to put two together, it's too big, I think, for me. Now, you do what you want. So I'm going to cut these off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these and I'm going to glue them in here. Okay, I'm not just using hot glue. I'm going to be using E6000 as well because I don't want these popping off. Glue and glass does not mix. I'm going to cut a very small piece of green felt, okay? I'm going to cut these in a point just because I don't know why that makes me feel better, but I am. Sometimes I have no reason to do things. I just do it because I don't know. I feel like it's better. So I'm going to glue this right down in here, okay? And this is going to give me something to glue my stuff on to start it out, because you can use felt to glue anything. And then you can glue anything to your felt. So I'm just going to put glue on these. And then I'm going to press them down right in that middle hole on this thing here. And then I'll cover all that up, and that just gives me something to glue my stuff on, see? And it's not going to show because it's going to be covered up with greenery. That's why I used green. And I'm going to glue a piece right here because it's still not covered enough for me. Oh, y'all probably can't even see that. I'll show you. I'm sorry, I forget you're above me, you're not with me. So it looks just like that, okay? Y'all might have even seen it. I don't even know what you see up there. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. Now comes the fun part. We're going to decorate the little thing. I'm just going to take hot glue and put it all over this. And I'm going to stick it down in the middle. Okay? You don't want it all wonky. Then I'm going to take the other one. And I'm just going to apply glue, stick it to the other side. Whatever I do to one, I'm going to do to the other, just so you know, okay? Now, what do I want in the middle of there? I'm thinking that I want a bell because I like it. Okay, so I buy these pine cone bunches every year at Hobby Lobby because I love them. They're little rinky-dinky, but I love them. So what I'm going to do is I want my bell on here, okay? So what I'm going to do, this is to hold my bell on. I'm going to cut this little stop here, and I'm going to run this through my bell. Now I'm going to bend that around my bell, okay? So that is going to hold on my doodads, my little pine cones, and my bell when I glue that down. So we got a win-win here, okay? A win-win. Now you may have to take little pliers. Now these are little pliers. This is my little mini pliers. And bend that right around to make it tight, because you want it up close to if you use a bell. Now you can by all means just use pine cones, and I'm going to spread this out a little bit, you know, to make it look a little cuter. And then I'm going to add the other one, wrong one, on here. And I'm just going to shove it down in my bell. And then all you gotta do is spread these out. So now I'm gonna glue this bad boy right in the middle. Oh, if I can hold on to it, right in the middle of this right here. And that is just cute to me. I love it. So I don't know what's touching. Something's gotta be touching. It's these right here. So I'm just gonna put glue on these pine cones. And stick it right down. Now I am holding on to it, making sure it gets adhered just a little bit. You want everything stuck down. You sure don't want this and everything be falling off. You know what I'm saying? That would just be not nice. Now I have cut one kinda in half, and I'm just gonna put glue on it, just a little, and I'm gonna tuck it down, because this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna tuck it down behind this, you know, just to fill it in just a little bit, because it's gappy and I don't like gappy. So I'm just going to start tucking little pieces in here and there to fill it in. And I'm going to do the same to the bottom. I don't want to lay this down because this, you know, the E6000's not dry. So I don't really want to lay it down. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to tuck them in here as well. That's just too much. No, I like it. I like it. I'm going to tuck 2 of these in there. That is just gorgeous, y'all. But you know, I'm going to distress this part. Okay, so I'm going to take just a little bit of acrylic paint and one of these brushes from the Dollar Tree I like so much for distressing. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just touch paint on my bell here, and then I'm just going to just swipe it lightly across this with what paint I have left, just to give it a little distressing, because that's just me. Now, if you don't want to do this, by all means, don't. This is just, I like Rustic, and this is what I like. This is what they look like. They're still drying. And I'm going to take, and I'm going to put a little Rustic snowflake on the front. Now, I'm going to choose one that I absolutely love. And that is, I think this one. I don't know, I like that one too. I'm going to choose this one. So I'm going to take 2 of these and I am going to hit them with the antique wax. Okay? That one was weird shaped. So I'm just going to antique wax these just lightly with a wipe. So I have them done, and I'm just going to take, let me see, the whole middle here goes on. So I'm going to put E6000, you want to make sure you get them in the middle, right under your bell, okay? So I'm going to put E6000. And where I didn't put E6000, I'm going to put a small dots of hot glue. But don't mix them. And then I'm going to stick it right dead center. Now I have an immediate hold and a permanent hold. And they look like this. Now how rustic and gorgeous are these things? Love it. Love it, love it. And here's the final reveal, and ain't they just gorgeous? The lights are on. They are so country and rustic, and they give that cozy feel. You just gotta love when it's cold. Y'all know the drill. Like and subscribe. Until next time, you are a blessing. Goodbye.